Hello and welcome to Colour Multimedia Enterprises. My name is Luke, also known as Tianery, and in this particular video tutorial I will be taking a look at menus and how to handle events in Waxe. Now, I do apologise for the lack of OpenFL tutorials. Currently I've stumbled upon an error as I was trying to produce the OpenFL tutorial for working on cameras. Unfortunately, due to that error, I will not be uploading that video, and otherwise I'll literally be embarrassing myself, so I will not be uploading that, but I will be producing some videos regarding Waxe. So thank you very much, and thank you for your patience, and also thank you for staying tuned, and I will see you in a moment. Okay, so as mentioned in the introductory video, we will be taking a look at creating menu bars in this particular Waxe tutorial. Now, as I also mentioned in the introductory video, there's currently a problem with the camera that I'm trying to implement in the RPGFL tutorial series. So I'll be getting back to that once I've figured out the issue. I've asked the OpenFL community whether there's a bug with OpenFL itself, or maybe it's just me, but I'm actually not 100% sure on it at the moment. I think it might be, I personally think it's a problem with OpenFL, but who knows. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to import two different things. So first of all, we're going to import a WX menu, and another one is going to be menu bar. Right. So the menu bar is going to be created and then put onto the main frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I'm going to create some variables first. So what I'm going to do is main menu bar, and that is of course going to be a menu bar, and let's create a file menu, which is going to be a menu. So in here, what we do is we are going to first create the menu bar, which is going to be a new menu bar. Now, if I remember correctly, it takes an ID, so it's first going to take, wait, does it do that, or hang on a minute. GitHub. I am looking for Waxe. Enemy host. WX. Menu bar. Here we are. Oh, it's an empty constructor. Fine. Never mind. Me forgetting things. Okay, so that's all you really need to do with that one. Okay, so in order to create things within that menu bar, what we've got is this public function here, append, and we have to create a menu for that first. So first of all, before I go ahead and append anything, I need to actually create the menu itself. So file menu is either new file menu or create menu. This is really annoying, actually. It would be nice if we had a more consistency in this library. Either use a constructor or use the create method, not both. It confuses things otherwise. Here we are, menu. Okay, so we're using the, okay, fine, new keyword. Jesus Christ, this is why it's confusing. So the first parameter is a string, so we're going to leave that null because we don't actually need to do that. What that will actually do is it will put in one sort of what am I thinking? It's what that's going to do is it's going to create a menu and then add a sub item in that menu with that string, but if it's empty then it won't create the sub menu item. So that's what we want. We don't want it to mess up or anything. No, it's not something else, it's actually that. So what we then want to do is actually create and add menu items to it. So yeah, I was right. So we're going to be using that append function, so file menu when Sublime Text decides to work, and in here I'm going to say 1 for the ID. I'm then going to say show message for the text of the menu item. There's also a help, so if we've got a status bar on the main form or frame, then it will display this help message, but we're going to just leave that empty for the time being. And then we've got kind as well, and that basically defines whether or not it's going to be a checkbox, as you can see here, a normal, a separator, a checkbox, or radio. If it's 0, then it's going to be just a normal button. Not meant to do that. So yeah, we're just going to leave that alone for the timing. So once we've done that, what I'm going to do is I want to be able to handle an event on that. But first of all, before I can do that, I'm going to do mainFrame.append, and that's going to take the file menu. So I'm just going to say file menu in there, like that. I believe that's how you do it. Menu bar, append, menu, title. Right, yes. Right. Okay, so in mainFrame, what I'm going to do is, once I've appended this and also assigned it a value, which in this case is going to be file, we are then going to say mainFrame.handle. No. This is supposed to be main menu bar. There we go. And this one as well, main menu bar. Stop it. Yes, I want that. Right. So what the first value does, it takes 2 parameters. The first one is an ID. So we've specified an ID for the frame and also the file menu. And in this file menu, we've got an ID of 1. When we append that menu item which says show message, it's going to have an ID of 1. So I want to handle that click event. So let's put 1 in here and type in function here, because it takes a function for the second parameter. And in here, I want to display a message dialog. So let's import that first. Message dialog. And in here I want to say var response is equal to message. Is it? See, this is what I mean when I say, is it a constructor or is it a create? It is so annoying. So no, it is a constructor. So new message dialog. In this case, it is going to be a main form. The second one is going to be a message, so we're going to say, okay, you clicked on show message or something like that, I don't know. And then in here is going to be a caption, so I'm just going to say message. And the last parameter actually takes 2 methods. So what I can do is I can say message dialog dot yes no. So I can say that the message dialog is going to have 2 buttons on it. It's either going to say yes or no. And I can also combine it with other buttons as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say if response dot show model, just spelled like that, is equal to 5103, which is the equivalent of pressing the yes button. The reason I know that is because I tested it earlier. Let's correct this tab, it's annoying me. So once we've done that, what we want to do is actually give another response. Now we can't actually show another model of a message dialog because this takes precedence until this show model returns to the control flow. So the way that WX widgets works is that when you show a model, it prevents any execution from going until this dialog exits or closes. So until the response dialog closes, it's not going to return a value until we close it, either by clicking on the X in the corner or by clicking on one of the response methods, which is either yes or no in this case. So the equivalent of yes is going to be 5103, but once we've executed that, it's not going to then show us another dialog if we wanted to, because that's not how it works, unfortunately, because it blocks execution. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to display a label instead. So what I'm going to do is import another class which is going to be a static text, and we are going to create that static text. So we're going to say here private var LBL, I don't know, generic. It's a generic label, which is going to be a static text. A static text is basically a label, such as one in WinForms, for example. And then I'm just going to say LBL generic is equal to static text dot create. I believe that's how it does it. I want to attach it to the main frame. It's going to have an ID of 0, no, 3 even, or 2, doesn't really matter. Let's just quickly take a look. I believe it's create, yeah, okay. So we attach it to the main frame. We're going to give it an ID of 2, and the label by default is going to be, let's say, hello there. I'm just going to leave it like that. So once I've done that, what I'm going to do is in here, I'm going to say LBL generic in your own time dot set label, and in here I'm going to say you clicked on yes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the menu bar to the mainframe. So I'm going to say mainframe dot set, what is it? I keep forgetting. Frame, where is it? Oh, WX set menu bar, here we are. So WX set menu bar, and I want to attach that menu bar there. So main menu bar, I'm going to save that. So that's what it currently looks like so far. So let's test it. I think that's everything. Yes, I think that's everything. Okay, so let's go into our folder and take a look. So let's build it. Oh, yes. Okay, let's open command prompt and do what we did in the previous tutorial, and there is an error that we need to produce. So build.bat, we want to put it in output.log, and we're going to say 2 $1. Okay, what was the issue? WX menu bar has no field handle. Oh, maybe there's a different. think it's mainframe actually. Okay, let's try that again. Because eventually it's going to be added to the mainframe. That's going to be a reference. It'll be able to find that reference. So yeah, that looks like it's produced something. So let's take a look at the results. There you go. We've got hello there here. Let's click on show dialog. You clicked on show message. So if I click no, it's not going to do anything. If I click on yes, you clicked on yes, as you can see. So there you go. That was a quick look at how to use menu bars in WX widgets and Waxe and Hakes. Yes. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and hopefully learned some more new things. I'm also learning at the same time, although if I may be honest, it's taken a while to get used to everything, if I may be honest. I really wish though that whoever created Waxe actually either did this create thing or just stick with these constructors, because this is really annoying actually. I actually have to criticize the library for that. Either stick with create or stick with a constructor, not both, because it's very confusing. Thank you. But regardless, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.